One of the things I've been struck by the most throughout I've been a Christian since November 10th of 2010. And one of the things that I have realized that the greatest impact has come through the House of Hope is it wasn't just there for one stage of my life. It wasn't just there for something that I needed. And there are countless incredible ministries that are there for when you're first going through a traumatic experience, or setting free from an addiction, or dealing with marital issues, or whatever. But when I walked into the House of Hope, I needed something very different from what I've needed now. But the House of Hope has been the place where I've received those needs. And when I first came, I needed more of the community and faith building. I needed more to learn what it actually looked like to walk out life as. That's one of the biggest things that I struggled with, is not knowing how, or being largely unable to connect who I actually was with who I wanted to be perceived as, and terrified that if anybody were to actually find out who I was, that I would be rejected and they would know that I was a fraud. This hardest season by far is a season that I never would have expected the House of Hope to actually be present for, but it's actually created the greatest change and difference in my life. And my stepmom passed away after committing suicide in August, so just 4 months ago. And right after that, what I believe is the first grief share class was started here at the House of Hope. And I also rejected the idea of doing that because of how it would be seen. And I was pretty new to this whole idea of being in touch with my emotions and how I felt about things. I was more focused on what needed to get done and how to check off a list to work through the steps of grief. And I was introduced to this group of women that I had never met before, and that were all at different stages of life, and was in tears many times that I left, but can truly say that for the first time I am actually integrated, and who I am and the image that I wanted to present are actually whole and together, and that's because of the House of Hope.